Well, how is everybody doing tonight? Well, I would fire up a whole live stream here from the chopper. We have managed to do a few of these so far this year. The last we joined up with it was on Sunday, and we are now chopping corn that is, well, it's only a couple miles away from the home farm, and it's the corn that we planted first this year. We've got corn coming out of this field, and we got manure coming in to the field that is next to us here. And things have been rolling along very nicely. It is rather dry. It is dusty. And it's like a dust bowl watching these trucks pull in and out of the field here. We are due to get some rain here tomorrow night. And that would maybe settle the dust a little bit. However, sounds like we're going to get a little more than we really need. So we're clipping right along. And we'll just have to see what Mother Nature brings us here tomorrow night. Sorry, you got enough on. So I've got two trucks here right now, and we are going to go ahead and blow a hole down through the middle of this field. I'll click my button. That'll automatically swing the spout over our back. We've got some manure going on in that field there. We've got Fitzy coming towards us. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Jared must be somewhere between here and home, because he just left the field here a little bit ago. So we're going to put you guys up right here. You guys might as well watch me make a mess. We've got Mike coming in behind us. We're going to split this. And we'll try to section this off. I need to come over to this edge, because of the way this field is planted, it's actually where are we? We gotta come in right about there. Right, and where are we? Right. Gotta hit the spot correctly here. So, got Mike coming right in behind us, and then
anybody coming out the field on a breaker hog?
There. I think we've got it split right. Yeah. We've got trees up on our left side, and we'll have to see how we manage getting by them. Give me a second here. I need to be able to pull up my comments. In the right spot there. Shoot you up right there. We're going kind of slow. I know. There's the live stream. Alright. Okay. So I see we got 181 of you on here. Alrighty. So you'll notice once we get up a little ways in this field, we'll be going by, we're getting ready to go by an island of trees. You can kind of see the way the corn is planted to our left side, and it is going the other way. So we're just kind of cutting this off, taking the long rounds that are going north and south, and move over 1, 2. Yeah. We don't need to be grabbing any tree branches or tree stumps or stones or anything like that during the old live stream. Yeah. So we should be able to make it to the end of the field off a row. What the heck is going on there? I moved over because I thought I'm leaving a row. I moved over because I thought I was off, and as it turns out, there's actually rows growing there. I don't know what the heck that's all about. But at any rate, the corn is a little greener along this edge. And that is because this is shaded quite well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the split right there. Coming right down through the mid-toe. So we'll be to the end here in a second. We don't get to do any fancy truck switching here on live video. But maybe we'll save that for another day. I think I've done enough of that already. And a few of the videos. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to go right around this island. We'll go right around it. Yeah. So I'm not used to having the edge of the field on my left side. Oh, I'm missing the truck. Usually I'm used to having the edge of the field on my right side, and I can kind of keep one eye a little easier on the camera, which is on the right corner post, and then I can keep an eye on the right hand side of the head, and everything is right there. Every so often, every so often there's a tree limb down or something, and you kind of have to skip on over it. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. It looks like we're doing pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and switch these out anyways, just so that we can switch them out on the straightaway. Mike, you're almost loaded. Garrett, you can pull in there once he moves over. So Mike is pulled over to the right lane. Passing lane is opened up. And we've got Alex coming in behind Garrett. Bang. We'll slide that in there like so. Now we're coming up into the long rounds that are going the other way, and we're going to make a right hand turn up here because I don't think I should pull. Maybe I'm gonna lie to you guys a little bit here. We're gonna pull the hill just to see. We're gonna see what these guys got in them. So we'll come around here.
It actually works pretty good going the other way out. I don't know if you've done that yet.
Alright, pulling up this hill. This old Freightliner that Garrett's running, she got new tires on her. Yeah, see, we probably shouldn't have taken this. We got to... Can you pull that hill, Garrett, or you need me to back up? He's clawing. He needs me to get moving.
Going now, I'd walk her in.
Yeah, hold on a second. I gotta go backwards a little bit, and then I gotta go forward. There we go. There we go. We gotta shoot it ways back there. Ways back there. Chopper didn't want to come out of park there for a little bit of a hot second. The reason why I did it this way was to kind of do a little show on the live stream here. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to, no, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to pick up these singles that are up ahead of us. And we need to cut up in front of us so that we can take these long rounds right on through. So what you're seeing now is you are seeing a single row go through the chopper. We're a one-row chopper right at the moment. And we're just picking up what we missed on our first pass. So you guys can't see it, but up in front of us a little ways here, we've got to go about 100 yards. Maybe a little more than that. Maybe 200 yards. And this will take us right to the end. Well, Alex, she made it up over that hill with no weight on and bald tires. We have ordered a set of new flotation tires. And we're due to get them put on here any day now. We're just kind of waiting for a moment for everything to kind of just slow down a little bit to allow us to catch up to some of these things. Yeah. We'll get to the end of the field, and then we got to turn around and go right back the way we came so that we can work on this chunk on our, well, it'd be your left side, my right. We're going to pull Garrett out and then go forward, and then we're going to go right back that way. Garrett, we're going to go right back down through where we came from. I'll get out of the way, let you get turned around, and then Alex is right there. All right, we're just going to do a do-si-do here. Alaman left. Garrett coming around our left side. Now he's coming around our right. All right. So, you guys are going to have the sun in your eyes a little bit. And there we go. Right back down through where we came from. Just like so. So the sun is just starting to go down, which is nice because it's been awful bright here today, and the windows are dusty, and it's just made for a not so good day to have the cameras rolling, especially when you're doing a live stream. Oh, got a little skipper there. Don't pay no attention to that. You guys can't quite see it, but where they're exiting the field, it is a dust bowl. Got a spreader coming in and a truck going out, and yeah. So what has everybody else been up to today? Daryl, what's going on? Brandon and stuff? No, we got out. We got out of that one. We pulled up too steep of a hill there is what happened. And, yeah, we're spilling a little bit. Come back a little, Garrett. There we go. We'll get the front pocket filled. So, liked and shared the stream. Who'd you share it with? So the hill that we came up is just up here a ways. And you'll notice that we left a few stalks next to the edge of the trees there. Come around the corner. The truck come out of visualization there for a hot second, and I fell off the row. So we've got this guy loaded good enough. We're gonna let him go. Got a little bit that we could probably put in the back, but we're gonna let him go because we've got a couple of trucks here that need to be filled. Do you ever have to cover and uncover a bunk when it starts raining? We used to do that years ago, but we don't monkey around with that anymore. We just run it. The amount of feed that we have, it would take us a day, or not a day, but it would take us a couple hours to get it all covered up. And then if it doesn't rain, you gotta spend a couple hours the following morning uncovering it. Kind of makes for a pain in the butt. So yeah. Now we got to jog over to this other side. We've got a little bit of a point here. And it kind of makes for a pain in the ass, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut this off. Let's cut this and go both ways here. Let's see if she's coming back. We'll kind of zoom this off, and then we'll get this point done, and then it'll shorten up this long side, get it lengthened out to about the length of this short side. Then we won't have to drive around this end a few times. I could have struck it out in the middle a little bit, but then I'd be striking it out again or splitting it again. So you'll notice up here on our right, you'll see some manure that has been spread. They've got about 17 acres right in behind us, and whatever that they can put manure on, and then they can get working on the rest of this, but they want to kind of stay off the headlands where we're at, just so that the corn trucks aren't spilling out into what has had manure put on it. Gonna trade the chopper next year. No, we are not. We're doing good. Get her down, a lot of rain coming this weekend. Yeah, I know, Brian. What do we got? What is it? The hurricane that's bringing it in, or is there a tropical storm? Not really sure how much we're gonna get, but coming tomorrow night, we could get upwards of a couple of inches. Not quite sure if it's gonna turn out to be anything, but we've had more than 2 weeks worth of chopping, and we have been able to run every single day here. So we have been very fortunate to not have to worry about dealing with the wet conditions. Yucky cold, a little rainy in Minnesota. Is that right? I know our Sunday forecast calls for temperatures to feel like they're in the 40s. But it's been unseasonably hot here at the same time. So I'd rather have cooler temperatures. Everything runs a lot better. But yeah. Now, when we had the live stream on Sunday, I was having some issues ever so often with the chopper here plugging up the rotary screen. The brush was in place, however, it just needed a little adjusting. I washed the radiator out here yesterday morning, adjusted the brush that works against the rotary screen, and now I am beautiful now. We had temperatures in the 80s today. And it didn't matter how hard I pushed this chopper, I couldn't get it more than halfway up on the old temperature gauge. So that's nice. Yeah. Strasburg, Virginia. What's going on there, Terry? Yeah, that's right. Got to keep the trucks rolling. If they start jacking up on you too much, they start slacking off a little bit, and then you find yourself waiting for trucks. I've been hitting a blockage here every once in a while where I do have to wait for trucks for a hot minute. But that's all due to how far we are off the road, depending on where the truck gets loaded. We have to travel a long ways from the point in which they're loaded to the point in which they can hit the driveway or hit the roadway. Can we buy the bunk covering material the same dimensions as the bunk? Yes, we can order the bunk covers to be the same size as the bunk. However, we do not order our covers that way. We typically use like a 50-foot by 150-foot cover, and we put them on in pieces. And it's just better that way. It's easier to manage the cover that way. You don't have to worry about the damn thing blowing all over hell on you. And you don't have to carry the tires so far. You don't have to carry the tires any more than 50 feet at a time. So generally when we cover the bunk, we cover it crossways. So we roll out the plastic to go from one side to the other, and then carry the tires up on top of the plastic with either the payloader or the telehandler, but I don't think the telehandler is going to cover any bunks this year. We had ring gear on the differential, break the bolts out of it. We tore that apart a week before we started chopping, and those parts are not available. They're not due to be produced from JCB until the 2nd or the 11th of November. There's nothing in the country so far as our dealer is concerned. I need to call around at a couple of other JCB dealerships across the country to see if they have a differential that's hanging out for us somewhere. But yeah. So, welcome to the world of JCB. That thing has been a pain in the ass ever since we've owned the JCB stuff, dealing with frickin' parts that they have to send clear across the world to get them into your hands. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Nice steady pace. Yes, we try to keep a steady pace rolling here. So we're probably going to go another half hour or so, and then we are going to shut down. As you can see, the sun is starting to go down here. And it's nice that we don't have to deal with the glaring sun, because that kind of screws with the camera, but we already talked about that. So this truck here is the truck that Sarah regularly drives. However, my father's driving it. And Sarah is working on discing wheat ground. So we come to the end of the field here, and you can just glance over, you're loaded, to where they're spreading. However, there isn't a spreader in sight. We've got to cut down the side of this point a little bit here, so that when we get around the other side, we're not jogging and weaving all over the place here. So I had mentioned that when we first started this live stream, this was the corn that we planted first this year. Those of you that are just tuning in, we got old Steve. He's tuned in here. ISX Cummins. You trucking any more combines for our fellow YouTubers here? Steve trucked a combine for Wesley here a few weeks ago, and then he trucked another one in for Eric down to the Farming Life down in PA. Everybody's getting new combines this year. Nice pumpkins from your neighbors in Elbridge. Glad to hear that, Brian. My cousin's been growing pumpkins for a few years, and Brian here, he's local here, and he must have stopped over there a while ago. So if you happen to notice, the Western Star now has a piece of cardboard covering up the back window. If you recall, that window ended up getting shattered here 2 weeks ago tomorrow when Tim got hit on the road. I did order a window that came yesterday. We haven't had a chance to put it in yet. So, the window cost $54, and I went ahead and ordered a mirror as well. It's got a mirror on there, but it's not the regular one that was on there. The mirror was $211, so $54 for a window, $211 for a mirror. So yeah, I thought the window was going to be more than that, but the one thing I did not get was any. I didn't get any of the brackets. We do have one that's broken. We'll just we'll just weld that. I know it's gonna look a little crappy, but I probably should just order that one bracket. But I don't know. What happened to Sid? Sid, he's off on bigger and better things. He went into doing landscaping, some other stuff, and he hasn't been around in a year or so. He really couldn't keep up to the pace. He would get scared being up on top of the bunk and turned into being a bunch of drama, so we just let it go. It's hard. It's hard trying to keep these young guys busy. It's like dealing with girls. It's like dealing with young girls. So, gotta have grown men or mature girls to do the job here. So, yeah. How much to insure Tim? Yes, over to Peter's. And they say hello. Brian knows them guys too. Texas Grazer, what's going on tonight? Oh, let's see here. I gotta move this guy out of the way. No, I guess I can't get that guy out of the way. So I'm trying to glance over at the comments, and we're not doing too bad as far as trying to read them. But, yeah. How much surface area can we put into each truck? Well, the silage right now is going 22 ton to the acre. 22 ton to the acre. This silage trailer here holds about 28 ton. The dimensions on this trailer is 38 foot long, 8 foot wide, and 8 foot tall. It roughly is about 100 yards. We're getting, I don't know, 22 acre, not quite an acre and a half on the trailer, and not quite an acre on the trucks. We get about 15, 16 ton on these straight trucks. And yeah. So I seen a I seen a funny thing on Facebook here the other day. On the Silage Kings page, there was a 26-foot silage dump wagon, and the guy claimed he was hauling 30 ton with it. Like, wow, 30 ton. We're not quite hauling 30 ton. And it was 26 foot long. 25, 26 foot long. It's like, wow, we're not quite hauling 30 ton with a 38 foot trailer. Maybe this silage cart is a lot wider. It's not any taller. It's got to be wider. So I asked about the dimensions, and the dimensions came up a little short. It was like 9 foot 3 inches wide, and a little over, what the heck was it, like 6 foot tall with 27.5 inch extensions. So like 8 foot 3 tall. So like, wow. 30 ton, huh? The math don't work out there, but you know, that's all right. You wanna talk like a big shot, that's okay. I got thinking, well, maybe the damn thing's got a trash compactor like type thing in it. No, it's just a regular dumping silage wagon. I said, well, that company is about like the Harvestar salesman, you know. Buy a silo from Harvestar and they'll tell you it holds X number of tons. The guy builds the damn thing and starts adding up his acres, and he figures that his acres are yielding this much per ton or per acre, this many tons per acre. But the silo really doesn't hold that, and your ground isn't computing out to have that many tons to it. And that same guy is going to buy that wagon. He's going to think he's hauling 30 ton every time he comes back to his farm, and he's going to think his fields are yielding really well. On methane digesters, when they get up and running, providing you haven't got to deal with a lot of sand bedding, they're pretty good, but it takes a lot of money to get them developed, and it's a lot of work separating sand. Somebody wants to know how I got involved in YouTube. Well, kind of happened by accident. I just started putting videos out there. I had a drone that I was videoing with it. I said, what good is videoing some of this stuff if nobody can see it? So I put some stuff on the YouTubes there, and then I said, well, I need to have a camera now, and got the camera, and I was like, well, this doesn't really do any good to video this stuff if you're not going to share it with anybody, you know. So that's how we got started on the old YouTubes. Is I don't know how long I've actually been putting videos on there. Maybe 4 or 5 years now. I forget. But at any rate, that's how we got started with that. It wasn't really anything that we sought out to do. It was kind of it's a different thing when you start videoing yourself. It's hard to watch those videos, and in the beginning it was also a challenge to first video what we were videoing, and then second to actually publish it. But we're not shy no more. No. Coming back from Iowa, doing a side job farm rescue. Oh, all right. Like, what's Daryl talking about here? Lincoln Rios are your ton yields better than you thought. The yields are a little better than we thought, but right in realm with somewhat of an average year. We did see some northern corn leaf blight on the other side of this farm. Right now, as you can see, this corn is rather green. We're hovering around 64% moisture, and this corn is doing quite well, actually, to have any green in it, being that it was planted on the 9th of May. It's a 114-day Pioneer P1449 AMX. We've had good luck for years with this particular variety. It is a BMR, brown midrib variety. So yeah. Ever think about doing our own spraying? I don't know, probably not. Just with the time constraints that we have and the manpower, and a lot of this spraying, timing is everything. Sometimes when it comes to spraying, whether you're putting herbicide down on corn or trying to get insecticide out on alfalfa. We do all pre-emerge spray on our corn ground. It's all Roundup ready. However, we feel that the pre-emergent program is more gooder for how clean we can get our crop ground. And you probably can't see how clean this actually is, but it's pretty good. No weeds present at all. Some of these guys, they chop the corn off and they've got an active cover crop growing. Hamilton, New York. Yeah, what's going on? Did the chains, and I got this damn heart thing right in the bottom. How do I move that out of the way? Oh well. Only full loads. You guys want to see full loads? We can show you full loads. Yeah. So, yeah. We'll keep on keeping on here. We only got a little bit of a, yeah. Chains and vice come in handy. Yes, they have. So you are Donald. You are here. You're a local guy. Donald dropped off some stuff here last summer, wasn't it? Yeah. What population do we run? Our silage corn, we usually run in the neighborhood of 34 to 34,500 or so. Some of the varieties we did get up around 37. We did use a variable rate prescription on this field, and if I can remember correctly, I think I did see some 37,500 numbers on this field when we planted it, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong. How long does it take to chop corn? Well, we're over 2 weeks in, and we figured when we hit the 2-week mark that we were about half done. The first week we spent quite a ways away from home, and now we're cracking out the acres. We're getting her done. When we first started that first week, we weren't getting only 50 some acres done a day, and that's a mucho no good. Rick Armstrong with a super chat, donating some dollars to the cause here. I can't quite read what your statement is about. I can't quite read that. I do apologize. But yeah. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. So, I'm falling off my row here. We're trying to get this truck filled. We've got another one coming in behind us. That's Alex there. Alex was rolling wheat ground. She was, come back a little bit. She was running that roller over the ground that my brother has planted already. We had a couple of guys quit for the night, and we had to have her come in and jump into her truck. So we're hauling, what are they using? They're using 4 straight trucks and a tractor trailer here, and a couple of guys are moving manure. So we do have a manure truck going across the field right meow. I'm going to turn you guys that way. If you look out that right window, you can see a manure truck creeping across the field. Jared has installed a few of these radios in the trucks. Garrett's got one in this old Freightliner here. He's got one in the C5 now, truck 8, truck 9, and truck 18. Mike's got one as well, which works out nicely for Mike. And he put one in the Peterbilt for my father. Because as we know, it is a little harder to see, or hear rather, as I'm looking into the camera, spout camera. I can't see out of that great. It is awful hard to hear on little portable radios when you're up alongside the chopper. So these wired radios work very well. These Kenworth trucks, and along with the Western Star, and I'm not sure if the Peterbilt had an auxiliary speaker in it or not, but yeah. You call it mazes in the UK. I'd make a tag along dump trailer that tag along dump trailer pulling behind a silage truck would not work all that well. The pile of stuff that comes off of the truck would be too big to try to maneuver the tag along trailer around. You take a pile of dirt, and that is only between a third and a half the size of the pile that comes out of these trucks, the pile that the corn silage makes when it comes out of the truck. Who makes the big decals on the farm? We've got a local guy that does big decisions on the farm. I don't think we make any big decisions. It's usually a group effort. So we kind of all think alike. So yeah, thoughts on this. The political drama I'm not currently participating in. I don't listen to the radio at all, so I really don't know what's going on too awful much with the Speaker of the House getting ousted and all that stuff. So yeah. Do you keep track of other YouTubers? We keep them on a short leash. Yeah, we watch them a little bit here and there. Bud Fisher says it's 94 degrees in Bowling Green, Florida. So you are down to Florida. Yeah, it's a fun time of year for sure, Bud. If you have good weather, I think that's what you're saying, do you chop all night? It's not worth chopping all night. Reason being is you have to start, if you have a full day the next day, what do? Run tired? So, yeah. But, we've run a couple of times late at night, but it isn't like it only takes us, it'd be different if it took us a week to chop corn, and we started on a Saturday and wanted to be done on a Friday, and didn't want to go through the weekend again. Would we go all night? But, it takes us so long to chop that, what are you supposed to do? Go all night every night? Then you wear out your health, and it just doesn't go all that great. But, yeah. How late am I chopping tonight? I'm going to quit in about 15 minutes. So, Alex, I'm loading her now. And I don't know who I've got in behind me here, but maybe the next truck will be the first truck to quit for the night. I don't know. I would actually like to get this long round chunk done that we're on right now. When we started out chopping this morning, I had to finish where we were last night. I had like 5 loads to chop this morning, and then I had to travel 15 miles home to get to this. To get to this field. So we lost a little bit of time today. Your neighbor only chops at night. He wants it colder. Oh, wow. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, they're coming back for another.
Yeah, come back for one more unless there's no one else coming here. You got to run over to Bennett's Corners and pick up Sarah when you get done. Figure on coming back for one more.
Okay, alright.
Sarah is terradiscing, where we were actually chopping this morning, and she thought she would kind of maybe get done. However, we don't want her traveling on the road at night with the tractor and terradisc being that far away from home in the dark, and just run into issues. So that's what we don't want. We don't want to have to fix a wheel bearing on the terradisc on the side of the road, or a tire, or who knows, with that 9560 we might have a blown engine. We're actually coming home from that farm that she's terradiscing right now with the spreader over the winter when that engine let go on that 9560. That was on a Saturday morning. It was rainy, miserable, somewhat cold. Just a perfect day to pick up a dead tractor out of the road. It was awesome. Are you the only one? I'm the only one that runs the chopper. Yep. I'm the only one. Yes, sir. The chopper will do like 25 or so, Adam, down the road. So, yeah, we work when the weather is good. Yep. We don't try to push these guys too hard. They might run an hour or two later at night, but you get going too late at night in the freaking dark, trying to back trucks into the bunk in the dark, and now that the bunk is getting somewhat full, that's a pain in the ass as well. And it's just, you can do a lot more. Your productivity is a lot better in the daylight. So, it doesn't hurt to go a little later at night like we're currently doing right at the moment, because I've only got to drive a couple miles home to get the chopper home, blown off, and put inside. So, yeah. We're loading my father right now. He's going to be the first truck that's done for tonight, unless the other guys decided to quit too. We got Alex and 3 other trucks. So, yeah. What's the difference between a chopper and a forage harvester? Absolutely nothing. The technical term for a chopper is actually forage harvester. But guys just call them a chopper because it's easier. So, yeah, there's no difference between them. But it is, when you're talking to somebody that doesn't know what a chopper is, it's actually better to refer to it as a forage harvester. It makes for an easier explanation. Figure out what the 9560 No, they didn't really ever dissect the engine, to my knowledge, as the reason why it spun that crank bearing to where it, through that rod. Could have been something as simple as not having oil journal cleaned out for the lubrication line coming up to that rod bearing or something. Alright, Dad, that'll be it for tonight. Hopefully I get these other guys to come back here. Yes, Bill, I'm the one and only
back so far.
The one and only one. So that was my father that talked, but that guy that just talked on the radio was actually the guy on the bunk, Nathan. So he has a radio, a wired radio into his tractor. I don't know if he's using one of them Wuxen radios or if he has an MXT 400.
What are we coming back for? Ice cream?
So we've got, that was Mike.
Tonight, maybe tomorrow.
Mike is in truck 18, and he's got an MXT 500 Midland radio. And we got some 400s, some 500s. This is a 575 in the Choppa. And Jared has purchased some Wuxen, I think that's how you pronounce it, radios as well. I got a little bit of a skipper there. Left a couple of single rows back there. We'll have to go back and get them. Michael Dennis, what's going on? So, with that being said, we've got just a few more minutes, a couple more loads to load out here, and then we're gonna catch you guys on the flip side. I should have a video out for tomorrow night. That'll go in the rendering phase here when I get home tonight. And that should be able to be kicked out to you guys at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So that's where we sit with that. Another chopping video. Kind of the plain old stuff here going on. How long does silage sit before you feed it? You should have it set a good 6 weeks. What we're actually feeding now, we chopped last year with, we've got a couple of small bunks that we filled just so that we would have something to be able to feed while we were getting next year's corn chopped and put away. So, it's nice to have a fermented feed to feed the cows because they will go off feed if you try to feed them something that's not quite cooked out. You can get away with feeding them green chop, and we've done that before, especially the BMR. You can feed that green and just monitor them. And then usually they do all right on it, but we haven't fed any green chop this year. So, yeah. Cheers from Iowa. Timothy Moore is in Iowa. Harvest is in full swing. It is somewhat. We really haven't had a big day yet. I mean, we started at a decent time in the day and went to a decent time, but as far as having trucks just one right after another, we haven't been able to really keep the trucks to us. We've had all the trucks running and going, however, on them long hauls there, they just couldn't keep up, and we weren't really pressing too awful much because the corn just wasn't, the moisture just wasn't there. Now this looks brown. We've got a little bit of leaf blight going on. This is running right at 61% moisture, so it's running a little on the drier side than what we've seen all year, but it's right where we want it really for BMR. It's got a fair amount of moisture still in it to allow it to be insulaged properly in the bunk. $13,000 hours, you shouldn't be losing a motor in a Peterbilt. What motors are they? Do they have in those? Are they pay car motors? The pay car motors, I've heard mixed reviews on them. We've got one in our Peterbilt that we've got. It's a, I don't know what the heck is it, a 13 liter, but I just don't think they're the motor that a Cat is or a Cummins compared to today's terms, anyways. But yeah, I thought I was going to get this chunk done here, but it doesn't look like that is going to allow us with the amount of trucks that we have currently coming to us here. Alrighty, so I glanced over the comments for a section and I can't quite make heads or tails of what that guy was talking about as far as what engine was in them trucks. Yeah. So we've got Sarge here about loaded, I think. I can see in the camera nicely. Can't quite see through the side of the truck anymore, but the glare from the lights. But we're doing it. We're doing it here. We're doing it. I think Mike is in next. Mike, then Garrett, then Alex, and then that'll be it for tonight. So if you guys could run on over, hit the old thumbs up before we close this out in another 15 or 20 minutes here. And I would appreciate that. We briefly talked the other night about the old YouTube's not really showing us too much love here. And it just is what it is. There's some other clowns that do this same thing, and I guess they get all the love. Come back some, Sarge. So there's no more love reserved for us here. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh boy. BMR is a pioneer. No, BMR is not a branding term from Pioneer. Mycogen, which is owned by Brabant now, or the name was changed to Brabant, I think, I could be wrong, was the first variety or the first seed company to have developed BMR hybrid. That's it for tonight, Sarge. I could be wrong though, but that was the first BMR corn that we grew was Mycogen. And that name has been changed to Brabant. Okay, we got Mike slid right in there on us. Well, I was itching my eyeballs. A little irritating wearing these reader glasses. Everything's kind of wormy and wiggling on me here because I'm going from regular view to like a 1.2 or 1.25. I don't know. Yeah. Bowel movement regularly. I like that. Adam says he hates them other clowns. Now, let's not talk harshly here. Oh, let's see here. Boy, I could almost do this with two more trucks. We'd have this finished. We might get it. We might. Usually I would take a 25-foot swath each time. Actually, 50-foot width going down and back, 25 times 2. But being that we're running a live stream here, every once in a while I'm not really taking about 10 rows. Sometimes we come up 30 inches short, just so that we don't end up with any skippers. Giving the old ear and edge. Oh boy. We got 10 rows going in right now. So, well, we got a skipper. We got an 11th row kicking out, so we got to jump over one. Yes, sir. Yep, that's right, MRD Farms. Got to hit the thumbs up to help the old algorithm. The old algorithm. And you feel the love. I always get the love, you know. I glance over the comments all the time, and I just never really see any hate. I like that, but yeah. But the forces that be with old YouTubes here, I don't think they really like me all that well. Must be I don't bring enough entertainment to their table. Oh boy. I guess we need to be sillier or something, you know? As far as the other stuff goes. But, you know, it is what it is. So we've got Michael just about loaded. Oh, I'm going all over the place here. Michael says, come on, can you just stay straight? I want to get loaded and get home. Oh, boy. Okay, Jesse Johnson. Thank you. Where are you from? John Wayne. What's going on there, John Wayne? We're doing good here. We're doing good. Okay, we're to the end of our row. We can stack a little more on the front of Michael. I don't know if we're going to get this done. I thought we were going to get it done, then I said we ain't going to get it done, and I'm not so sure if we are or not. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I should have had my father come back for one more. And he'd come back for one more. We might get it. We might get it yet. Oh, let's see here. Put a little bit more on the back end. We'll bring this pipe up front. Get it on the front here. Oh, I'm going to be pissed if I lack one pass down through this field and not get this done. If I only lack that, I'm going to be pissed. Not going to be good. So I've got Mike just about loaded here. You guys should probably be looking out the side window, but I don't know if you can see all that well. Alright, Mike, that's it for tonight. Alright, we got Garrett.
Okay, good night.
So how you like that radio, Mike? We talked a minute this morning that keep you awake, did it?
It did. And I only had to stop once all day. The old man's getting better.
There you go. There you go. All right, so Garrett slid in. We have the rain coming all night. next week. Is that right? There better not be rain all next week. I thought we only had rain a couple days, but oh well. Oh well. What is my ground speed? My ground speed right at the moment is 4.7. 4.7, and I've got a lot of power left to grab here. 4.8 RPMs are 2,000, so we can really push it here. So, yeah. Get you guys back up there. And we swung out of our lane a little bit there. Garrett's like, come on, pay attention. Come on there, guy. Get on the road, not screwing around. Oh, boy. Let's see. John Wayne says all the corn's in the bunks down there. That's good to hear that. That's good to hear. We started 2 weeks ago this past Monday. And we probably shouldn't have started till the following Monday. Oh man, we are gonna almost get this. We might get this done. I've got what have I got? 9, 6, 15 rows maybe? Yeah, we might get this done. Not this field. We've got maybe 15 acres in this field left to do. Down on the other side of this island here, but if we stack Garrett nice and tall, we might get her. We might get her. I know I'm just rambling on here and not really making much sense, but yeah. Any machinery purchases on the horizon? Kinda, sorta, but not really. We got some things we're thinking about and stuff like that. We did order something a while ago that's going to be in maybe January or February. That's supposed to be in. The row of shame. Yeah, I don't usually have any rows of shames, but let's see here. William wants to know if we got a radio in probably truck 15 now. We haven't gotten a radio in 15 yet, Bill. But Bill's helped us the last couple weekends, and I texted him earlier. And I said, hey, what do you got going on this weekend? He says, oh man, I'm not available. I was quite disappointed, but you know what? I think it's going to rain anyway, so he might not miss out on anything this weekend because it's probably going to rain. So maybe we get you next weekend, Bill. We'll have to keep in touch. But Bill's wondered if we got a radio in truck 15 for him. And we haven't gotten one in there yet. So I've got Garrett just about loaded. We're overloading him. Just so that we can be sure to get this done.
Sorry, Jared, for the brights I forgot about.
That's it for tonight, Garrett.
Sounds good. We'll be in touch.
All right, God. Thanks for the help. Take her easy. All right, so we're loading Sarah and Alex now, and almost to the end here, and then I've got to go the whole length of the field, but I don't only have like 6 rows, maybe 5. I got five rows, so we're gonna be a 5-row chopper. Come on. All right. we're going to get her, folks. We're going to get this done. Not the field, but I got the chunk that I thought that we would have got done that I didn't think we were going to get it done. And gosh darn it, we're going to get her done. Oh, let's just jog right down this. All fast like. Yeehaw. Ground speed, 8 miles an hour. 4 rows. 4 rows. Yeah. We probably should slow it down a little bit. We hit a bunk or something, and we land that corn head on the ground.
That 50's somewhere behind me coming in too. I don't know where he is, but he should be right there somewhere. I see his license. I'll wait for him.
Well, radio's doing the trick. We've got them coming in at each other here and there. Manure, silage going out, manure coming in. So yes, we were very late coming to the table with these two-way radios here, and we did reach out to Midland to ask them if, they could send us, be so kind, and send us some radios to promote. And they said, about how many radios do you think you would be using? I said, probably all of 25. And they said, no.
Hey, here, when you get a minute tomorrow or whatever, this truck looks like it might need a brake light switch.
They said, no, we really don't need you to promote the radios. You're the guy that we want to sell the radio to. We don't really want you.
Needs a brake light switch? Brake shaker. You press on the brakes, they come on for a second or two and then go back out.
So,
alright, good info.
Yeah, so that's where we stand with that. So we ended up buying some other brands as well. I ordered 5 MXT 500s from them, and they took more than 10 days to be shipped to us. I, of course, used a discount code that they have right on their website. You do not need to use anybody else's discount code. The discount code on the website works. But if you want a radio delivered to you quickly, just buy the damn thing through Amazon. They don't make as much money that way through Amazon anyway. So, but at least you'll get the damn thing in quick order. Alright, so Alex isn't going to be quite, she's going to have about half a load on. So where do I go here with her? Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Alex, you've only got about a half a load on. I've got to cut. I don't know if I can end up getting to the end there or not. Right down the bottom of the hill here by this island, and unless you want to chop on my left side. Think we could get down through the end of that, down through the middle of that field, or you want to jump on the left side? She's not answering. She don't care. Alright, so we're going to put her on our left side. Or do we go down over the hill here? I'm just going to put her on my left side. I got to take my glasses off for this one now. I can't have them damn things on for that. So, we could show you guys, we could just put you guys this way. Alright. So, we are working towards one of the entrances / exits. We've got a little bit that we can put onto her. Excuse me. And it looks like there's a load waiting to exit. I think they're waiting for Fitzy to come through the driveway with with a load of manure or something. So, oh, there we go. Put a little bit in front, and we're going down over a steep hill here. Come on. Down we go. I don't know if she gets to the end, she would have had enough room for us to have poked a hole in the section in the middle of the field here, but I think we're going to be full. I don't think we're going to make it. We going to make it? No, we ain't going to make it. We ain't going to make it. We're going to have to abandon our area here. Alrighty. That's it for tonight. So, we got a little more that we probably could have put up on the front end there, but I don't want to spill any on the ground. So we've got, what is that? Truck leaving. Silage truck there, going down through the driveway. No, both manure yeah, both manure trucks are in the field. So we are exiting the field right now, and we don't have to worry about anybody coming in this driveway because the two trucks that are coming in the driveway are already in the field. So, with that being said, guys, that is going to do it for this one. We're losing reception here. We're getting into the woods, and that's going to do it. So, thank you. We will talk to you guys later.